Welcome to Inside the Book with Voltbet. I'm Dan Kustelski. This is Neil, our head trader. And we're going to kick off this weekend's betting. Let's start with Curry Cup. Curry Cup outrights, we've got Sharks at 2-1, Western Province 5-2, Bulls kind of walling around at 10-3.
Yes,
Cheetahs extended.
Cheetahs drifted slightly,
Yeah.
6-1.
Yep.
Still money on Cheetahs
Yeah.
and the Sharks.
And the Lions?
So
Where'd they go?
No,
They didn't even move.
And
So they get beat by the Greekos and they don't even move.
yeah,
That's because no one has put any money on them to actually win the Curry Cup. Let's talk about the games.
yes,
Greekos are hosting Sharks.
yes. We've got a Sharks at -5.5.
Yeah.
And all the money's with the Sharks and the -5.5.
Guys loving the Sharks in Kimberley.
Yes,
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be close.
Bulls at home to Lions, a little Houting derby.
Yes, we've got a Bulls at 4-10.
Yeah.
With Lions 37-20.
Yeah.
There's a bit of even money between the Bulls and the Lions on the outright,
Okay.
but -5.5 on the Bulls.
Yeah.
Everybody's supporting that.
Everybody likes -5.5.
Mm.
Bulls at home.
Yes.
Last game is Cheetahs versus Western Province.
Yes.
Pick 'em.
Yeah.
Man, we don't know.
I think it's going to be a very close game, but
Yeah.
most of the money is going for Western Province at 8-10.
Is it?
Okay. We've got Cheetahs at 19-20.
Gotcha.
It's available.
Let's kick it off with some international rugby. Rugby Championship is back on. Outrights, we've got New Zealand. It's just, what is it, 1 to
33,
1 to
yes.
33, yeah, it's insane.
All the money is still with New Zealand.
Yeah,
Next best one is South Africa 10-1.
yeah.
And then Australia is drifting way out,
Right.
60-1. And the
Argentina's 1,000,000-1. So the first two games, are the only two games, we've got New Zealand hosting Argentina. New
Yes,
Zealand -27.5.
Yes.
That's a huge handicap.
Yeah, I think people think it's going to be very close this weekend.
Oh, do they?
They don't even
taking the
bother
plus.
taking the 1-200 for the outright
Right.
and going for the plus 27.5 for Argentina.
Australia is hosting South Africa.
That's correct.
-4.5 Australia.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, South Africa's traveling a bit.
Yeah.
But the punters still love South Africa
Of course they do.
to beat Australia.
Yeah.
And I don't think people are thinking Australia's going to come back now and
Yeah.
beat the other team by big scores.
Okay. Let's kick off with some U.S. Open tennis. We're down to the last few games. Pretty much, we're almost close to the semifinals for the men's. Outrights, we've got Djokovic at 8-11, Murray at 2-1, Berdych who just beat Federer, huge upset, sitting at 8-1. He was trading at 5-1 or 50-1 pre-tournament, and then you got Del Potro at 10-1. Where's the cash?
Cash is sitting with Djokovic and Andy Murray.
Okay.
All the money was on Federer, but that's all
yeah.
moved now.
Yep. And the women's side, we've got Serena as odds-on favorite. I think 2-7.
Yeah,
is what we're
she's
sitting
2-7.
at.
She's
Yeah.
shortened way down,
Yeah.
and I think people think it's game over because all
Yeah.
the money sits with
Well,
her.
she's demolishing guys, girls. It doesn't matter who she plays.
Yes, that's it.
Azarenka 7-2, Sharapova
7-1.
Yeah. So the games, we've got Williams hosting Irani. Williams is like 1-20 to beat her. I mean, it's hardly even worth a mention. Azarenka's hosting Sharapova. Azarenka's 4-10. Sharapova's 2-1. Golf. Let's talk golf. It's the third leg of FedEx Cup playoffs. Interesting little golf scenario. We've got Tiger and Rory sitting at 13-2. Yeah.
All the money is with Tiger Woods currently.
And I don't think we've got a single
And
bet
there's
on
not
Rory.
one bet on Rory.
Rory McIlroy. Okay, so he won last weekend. No one's backing him this weekend. Some other notables are Els at, 55-1?
55-1.
A little bit of cash on him. Schwartzel's at 55-1. Louis Oosthuizen's at 18-1. Poulter's another guy who's collecting quite a bit of cash at 75-1. And no one is touching Rory, as we mentioned. No one's touching Lee Westwood at 20-1. No one's touching Johnson at 11-1. Italian GP,
Well,
what do we got?
we've got Lewis Hamilton, Vettel, Alonso.
Yep.
All the money's on those three to
Yep.
win the outright.
Yeah.
We've got Hamilton at 3-1.
Yeah.
Vettel at 9-2.
Okay.
And Alonso at 5-1.
Sounds good.